Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the February 19th, 2008 Board of Selectmen Sewer Commissioners meeting. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Yes, Madam Chairman, all 5 selectmen are present, as is the town administrator.
Thank you. Before we begin this evening, is there anyone that wanted to address the board under citizens' participation? Shh.
We need some good songs. What do we got here?
Good evening, ladies.
Yes, good evening. Sandy Slavin, Minot Forest Committee. Your turn.
Marjorie Teitelbaum, Minot Forest Committee.
We have completed the William Minot Forest brochure. Wanted to pass it out to you tonight so you could review it before we took it to the printers to see if you catch anything that we overlooked. We have received community preservation funds to print these, and so we're here to show you the final result.
Excellent.
Yeah, Jared Garcia was a Eagle Scout who did the mapping and trail work for us. Angela Dunham did the front of the brochure, and I put the inside together. But it's almost 2 years in the works, but we finally got it done.
Excellent. Now, when are you hoping to go to the printer?
As soon as your review is final, so sometime this week.
Okay.
And we have funds for about 500 to be printed, and we'll put them out around town. We were thinking the YMCA, the town hall, the bench in front of the clerk's office, and the library. If we had anything left over, we'd also like to put it out at the town meeting.
Oh, excellent. Okay. All right, so we'll take a look at it, get if there's any comments or anything back to you via your email.
Yes.
S. Slavin, is that?
ASS.
Oh,
Slavin.
A.S.
Slavin. Alan Sandy Slavin.
Okay.
At AIM.com.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Chair, if I could, I'm sorry, Ms. Slavin, did
I
you?
thought Marge wanted to say something.
Oh, pardon me.
Well, I was just going to say that Sandy was the mover behind this and did an awful lot of work on it.
Well, thank you. We're still a team.
I'm sorry, Mr.
No, I'm
just
sorry.
for Marjorie.
I didn't know if they had further to say, or are you all set? I thank the committee for its diligent efforts, and this is excellent information. I want to take the opportunity to use this situation as an example of something that I've thought that the board should be grappling with, and I think it's something we should be discussing as a board, and it has to do with our protocol and how we do business as a board. Absolutely no disrespect whatsoever to this committee or any other committee that comes before the board. More information is always better, and the reason why is it's publicly disseminated, and people have an opportunity to understand the hard work that our committee members do and the issues and the ever widening issues that the town needs to be contemplating. What I would like the board to consider is, in the future going forward, when committees come before us, they should do so as part of our agenda. A request made to the chair to be placed on the agenda. The issue that I have with coming as part of citizens' participation, and of course we're all citizens, but the primary purpose for citizens' participation was always for people in the community that don't have the chance and opportunity to be heard and voice their views and have influence in this government that are on, such as people on committees. Mm-hmm. People in the community have an opportunity to come before us and discuss either a personal matter or a matter that concerns them individually. And I'm just using this as an example for the purpose of saying that the reason why it's important that our committees come before us on our agenda is so that we as a board obviously have the time to prepare understand the material presented, and it gives us the opportunity to be able to list and ask questions that could help the committee, or the committee could help us and help the community understand. And this is obviously excellent work. It took time and effort, but I think it would be more useful for all of us as a community if we use our time efficiently by having any committee. And I'm not picking on this committee. I have the moment to speak about this issue, and that's the only reason. So that would be my recommendation, that we as a board have that discussion and discuss it within the context of a policy and issue it to all of our boards and committees.
Okay.
And I hope you understand, I meant no disrespect whatsoever. You just happen to be here.
We had talked about going on the agenda, but we really didn't want to be here until 10, 9 o'clock, 10, 11 o'clock at night, so we thought we would sneak it in
Well-
this way.
Well, that's easy.
I would say, well,
Remedy,
yeah, but
just ask the chair to get you on first.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there anyone else that wanted to address the board this evening under citizens' participation?
Evening, I'm Jack Dixon from the Recycling Committee, and excuse me, our budget, of course, in this last year in the streets of the town, we were cut about 80%, and then I noticed this year that the trash stickers have gone from $10 a year to $30 a year, and that is, some of that is needed by people who don't desire to recycle. And I was wondering if it would be possible for the town to see fit to gradually increase our budget back up to its future, rather than looking for a big, bring it back up to its original figure, because it is, as it is now, finances are getting restricted. And rather than get to the point where we have to close the recycling center, we felt that if we could increase our budget by $500 or $1,000 a year, it would be a small amount in the total budget of the town. I don't think it would bankrupt it. But unless that increase in the tickets for using the dump facilities, which they don't need a sticker to come to our recycling center. This is free. Unless that's specifically earmarked for something, I would like to put in a request to see if you people could consider adding to our minimal budget to bring it back up.
And I'm sure the town administrator will take that under advisement.
Well, just if I could reiterate an earlier point, Madam Chair.
Yes.
Yes, I knew that.
Budget discussions are properly vetted before the Finance Committee. And I commend the hard work of your committee. I know your chair personally, and I'm sure she's going to do a wonderful job, as I'm sure the rest of you are trying very diligently to work under a restricted budget. But budget discussions go before the Finance Committee, and not before the Board of Selectmen, and certainly not during citizens' participation. So I would just request in the future, again, that our boards and committees ask the chair to be placed on the agenda outside of budget discussions.
Well, this one I'll take the rap on, because I asked Jack to come in. We've talked about this a few times, and quite frankly, I didn't know where the difference went from the $10 dump sticker to the $30, and I didn't think that 500 or 1,000 would be a lot to ask for, so I asked Jack to come tonight, so shame on me.
No, John, no harm done, no
No, we did, and I think what
whatsoever.
Bruce just means is that going forward so that we can,
Yeah.
you know,
And that's why I'm just saying the board should probably have this discussion in the context of a policy discussion, and not to pick on any individual boards and committees. You volunteer, you work very hard, it's very frustrating not to have the funds available. This is a policy issue we need to, so I meant no disrespect to you either.
Well, I have no objection if that's the policy, and I have come at it improperly. But if you have a policy, it might be helpful if the committee chairman was notified of your policy
Oh.
so they would know in the
No,
future
and
and they
Mr.
wouldn't be
Dixon, I'm
embarrassed.
sorry, no, and that's what he was saying, is that we do not have, currently, we do not have a policy, and that's something that we should probably have.